Howdy folks. Burgle's looking for mice in the wood pile. One of his favorite pastimes. And once he gets sniffing around, he gets Bonzo over here too. Before you know it, there'll be two big old black tails slapping around on this video. I forgot all about this bow. I'm pretty sure this Osage stave, when it was a stave, was cut in 2020. So and it was cut in, I can't remember. I feel like it was August of 2020. This is kind of a gullwing-ish shape. I reflexed the handle area, and then I deflexed the limbs in slightly. I never finished tillering it. I kind of floor tillered it, and then I put it on. I had a tillering tree for a little while, but I kind of got it to where I set it on that tree and pulled it a few times, and then at the time I just wasn't like really feeling like I could make a bow or get it. I got a few bows to the point where they needed tillered, and then I put them down for a couple years. And I didn't mess around with making any bows for like 2 years, or attempting to make a bow. One day I just woke up and was like, I'm gonna get back to trying to make a bow, and I think I can figure out this tillering thing. It was a little bit intimidating until I actually started doing it, and I'm getting better. I'm not perfect at it, but I feel like each bow I do, I get better and better. So this bow here it has extremely tight growth rings, and for a while I considered just sinew backing this bow, but I feel confident enough in my chasing of a ring on this bow that I think this bow will work without having to sinew back it. I'm going to kind of work these limbs throughout the morning a little bit here and there while I'm doing other things, and then we're going to string it up to brace height, which I'm going to brace it at about 5 inches to start. If it works out, man, that's heavy duty. What we got? Right now I got it going at 4 inch, and it's stretching out. Now that I got it strung up, I'm gonna just work these limbs for a while before I get to tillering anymore. I'm just teaching these limbs to bend. Got her pulling to about 12 inches right now. A little over 50. I can keep pushing it a little bit, but if I push it too far, I just break the bow. Looking pretty good. Maybe this bow has a lot of character to it, so it's a little tricky to tiller it. Let's try and do the best we can. Looking pretty good. Maybe it almost looks like a little bit stiff out on the outer limb here, but there's already a little bit of a dip in the limb because of the character, so I think it's good. I think I got it bending pretty even, so from here what I want to do is just increase my draw length. Got to go slow and be careful. If I pull this bow back too far, it's inevitable that it will explode. I can get it between 50 and 55 pounds. Let's say I get it tillered around 22 to 24 inches. That's all I want. My draw is 28, but I've gotten pretty good at snap shooting a shorter draw length, and I'm pretty accurate, and I feel comfortable shooting that way, the same as I would with my Kodiak Magnum bow. Right, Burgle? Burger. What? What do you want? Stick. There's some bark. Oh, I'll get you one. Looking pretty good. $19. Looking a little stiff in there, but it does dip just a tad. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Got it pretty even, pulling to almost 20 inches. And I think I'm gonna just try and keep the limbs even as I can now. Get it another, let's say I can get it another 3, 4, 5 inches. There's 20. $55. $58. It's $55. Scrape down a little at a time. I don't really know what I'm pulling to right now. Probably at around 21. I can pull it to 22 inches, 23 inches, and it's around 60 pounds at 22 inches. Yeah, I'm feeling real good about this bow. I wish the growth rings were just a little bit thicker, but coming along. Very thin, tight growth rings on this bow. People say you should sinew back or put some kind of backing on it when you do that, and I just don't want to wait 8 months to be shooting this bow. Maybe I'll rawhide back it. I don't know. We'll see. If I get it pulled back to where I want and get to shooting it good, I'm going to take it out in the morning and try and get me a deer. I'll shoot an arrow. Woo! I'm definitely going to have to put the brace height a little higher. Right now, brace height is 4 inches. I'm going to restring this up with a little bit higher brace height. Right now, I was getting ready to unstring this bow. Look at that. I'm really glad I saw that. I might have to make myself a new bowstring before I go stringing this back up. This is just an old string that I use for tillering anyway, but I guess it's about done. That's not good, especially pulling this bow back to 60 pounds, 55, 60 pounds. Because if that string snapped and this bow dry fired, it could break it instantly. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna go get some bow string, and I gotta make a string for this bow anyway, so I'll be back. Be a 16 strand B55 Flemish twist bowstring. I'd rather it be a little too much than a little too little. Usually takes me around an hour to do a bowstring with no jig. I get by doing it this way. So I'll stretch it. Let's do it like this once. Yeah. All right, what we got? So that's a brace height of about 6 inches. I really want it at about 5. So I'm gonna leave it at this for a little bit, see if it stretches out down to 5 inches. Got the bow pulling to roughly 22 inches, 57 pounds. I've been mostly pulling it to around 21 inches right now. I might tiller it down another inch or two, but I'm not going to go any farther than that. Technically, half of the length of the bow would be 27.5-inch draw, would be the max draw, and that's just too much. I like to go a few inches below what the max draw length would be. So instead of 27.5, let's say the max I would like to draw this bow would be around 24 inches, and that would just prolong the life of the bow instead of trying to push it to half of the length of the bow as a draw length. Some people like to push it. Now if I sinew back this bow, I'd be happy to draw it to 27 inches. But I'm not sinew backing it, and So right now I've got it pulling around 21, 22 inches, 55 to 57 pounds, and it's really zinging them. I haven't shot this arrow yet. This is a spine to 50, 55, just an old arrow I have. Probably I'd say around a 550 grain. Man, dead on. Fling one more downrange and then I'll get back to, hopefully I get this thing all tillered out today. Pretty happy with this bow so far. Not bad, not bad. All right, I'll get back with you when I get this sucker done. Oh yeah. You can see as I've been working this bow and working on getting it tillered out, stretching the string out, my brace height is down to 5 inches, just like I wanted it. Hi. Oh man, you're dirty. Dirty dog. Oh boy. Old dirt burglar. Yeah. Well, now, guess I should find my knocking point. I got this pulling 22 inches and it's at about 55 pounds at 22 inches. And that's great. I could pull it up to 24 and get it close to 60 if I really want to, but 22 inch, it's good for me. I don't want to push it. Finished up these tips. Kind of whittled that down a little bit. I like to leave this bottom tip blunt because that's the one that's hitting the ground most of the time. I don't want to have it like this digging into the mud. All right, got a little bit extra on there for a knocking point I just tied on. Say she's shooting pretty good, boys and girls. Those are two of the same arrow. They hit pretty much same spot. This is a different arrow. Let's see if I can still get it. Go check it out. It kicked my target sideways. They're hitting hard. Not bad. And it was kicking this bag all over the place. That's why they look like they're going in sideways. I'd love to set my... Alright. I shouldn't do this. Last time I did this, I shot my camera, but let's see how they're flying in. All right, now I'll just go through all my, I got a whole bunch of arrows I've made that I'll just go through and see which ones fly truest with this bow. And she'll be ready. And I just gotta get accurate with those arrows, get fine-tuned, and I don't know. This is powerful enough for a deer, so I might take this bow out to go deer hunting. See if I can't nail one in the next day or two. I guess I started messing around with this bow around 10 this morning. I got her done in about 7.5 hours. 57-inch knock to knock. I'd say 22-inch draw, pulling 55 pounds. I got it tillered to 23, so I could go a little bit harder if I wanted to, but 55-pound bow. This is one of the first bows I had ever really worked on of Osage. I had made bows before this, little short bows, but I had gotten this bow to the point where it needed to be tillered, and then I set it in a corner and I forgot about it. And that was 4 years ago probably that I was working on this bow. Could even be 5 years ago, really. It's probably more like 4 or 5 years, something like that, when I first messed around with working on this bow. I didn't barely know what I was doing then, and I still don't barely know what I'm doing, but got her done today. Feels good to get her done. Now, maybe I could get myself a deer with it. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. What do you think of this Osage self bow? Let's hope it don't explode with those tight growth rings. See if I can get you a look in there on them. Yeah, they're tight. As long as I did my job chasing the ring on the back here, it should hold up. At some point I might rawhide back it and paint it or something. And then I'll be sure not to let this thing explode. I guess it could anytime I pull it back, but that's one of the reasons I didn't want to tiller it past 23 inches. Even though I could get away probably going 27-inch draw length, I can snap shoot. It's all right. It's a shorter bow, 57.5 knock to knock. We're looking at around a little over 58 inches long. Gullwing shape. And it's got some zing behind it. It's got some power, so maybe it'll be the first of my bows that I get a deer with. I think I'll take it out and see what I can muster. The rut is on. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya! Try a broad head. See if I can nail it in the dark. It's dark. It's getting dark out. A little low. Just below it. Off to the side. Not bad for in the dark. Would have been a kill shot for sure. Well, alright, that's enough for one night. I wish it was a little later out. I'd love to keep on shooting this bow. I'd really love to get good at it before tomorrow morning, but looks like that's not happening, so I'll probably wait to take this thing out till next week sometime, maybe get myself a deer. But sun's going down, time to go in and chill out. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!